In the rich tapestry of 1970s American television, few shows captured the complexities of single motherhood and the turbulent dynamics of a fractured family with as much warmth, humor, and unflinching honesty as One Day at a Time. This particular two-part episode stands as a quintessential example of the series' ability to weave timely social commentary into the fabric of everyday domestic life. It opens not with dramatic fanfare but with the gentle, almost mundane rhythms of apartment living in Indianapolis, quickly revealing the subtle yet profound crisis unfolding within the Romano household. The story begins with the building superintendent Schneider approaching Anne Romano with a mixture of bewilderment and amusement over an extraordinary note left by her daughter Julie. What should have been a simple thank you for maintenance work has been transformed into something far more elaborate, encased in plastic as a keepsake, signaling that something fundamental has shifted in the teenage girl who once embodied the rebellious spirit of the era. The episode masterfully establishes its central conflict through these early interactions, using the superintendent's colorful recounting to draw the audience immediately into Anne's world. Schneider, ever the well-meaning but larger-than-life neighbor, recounts how Julie addressed him as a super, a playful pun that might have been charming in isolation, but in context hints at a deeper transformation. Anne's initial reaction is one of pleased surprise, mixed with the pragmatic caution of a mother raising two daughters alone. This moment sets the tone for the entire narrative, the collision between a parent's desire for harmony and the unpredictable currents of adolescent change. As a single mother navigating the post-divorce realities of the 1970s, Anne Romano emerges as one of television's most relatable and resilient figures. Her portrayal, grounded in the era's shifting gender roles and economic pressures, allows viewers to feel both the exhaustion and the quiet strength that define her daily existence. As the scene transitions into the family kitchen, the script deepens its exploration of Anne's bewilderment. The discovery that Julie rather than Anne herself prepared the pot roast before heading off to yet another mysterious meeting serves as the first tangible sign that the daughter has undergone a significant personality overhaul. Barbara, Julie's sharp-witted younger sister, joins the conversation, noting how Julie has become unnaturally pleasant, refusing even to engage in their usual sibling battles. This absence of conflict rather than bringing relief creates an eerie tension. The dialogue here crackles with the authentic rhythms of family life, blending humor with underlying concern. Anne's line about report cards due soon, quickly corrected by Barbara, underscores the normal teenage milestones that now feel overshadowed by this new, almost saintly demeanor. The candy brought home, likely a gesture from Julie's new circle, becomes another piece of evidence consumed with a mix of appreciation and suspicion, perfectly illustrating the mother's internal conflict. The writers demonstrate exceptional skill in layering exposition through natural conversation. When Anne inquires about Julie's recent meetings, Barbara recalls hearing about the logs, a mishearing that provides immediate comedic gold while foreshadowing the religious fervor to come. Anne's humorous speculation that it might be a conservation group referencing Julie's past as the Spray Can Kid reveals both maternal nostalgia and generational disconnect. This exchange captures the 1970s cultural landscape beautifully, where environmental awareness coexisted with burgeoning spiritual movements. The Jesus People movement and various evangelical revivals were gaining traction among young people, disillusioned with traditional institutions, seeking meaning amid the aftermath of Vietnam, Watergate, and rapid social change. Julie's immersion in this world reflects a broader societal phenomenon. 1. The episode treats with gentle satire rather than outright mockery. The crisis escalates with Julie's arrival, accompanied by her new friends Jeff and Celia. The script's staging of this introduction is pitch perfect, highlighting the culture clash in real time. Jeff and Celia's serene smiles and immediate declarations of Jesus loves you contrast sharply with the Romano household's more secular, chaotic energy. Schneider's intrusion into the scene adds layers of physical comedy as he attempts to interrogate the visitors, suspecting them of selling something mundane like magazines or peanut brittle. His quips, including the classic "I didn't know he was missing" regarding Jesus, showcase the character's role as comic relief while also grounding the episode in working-class skepticism toward overt religiosity. Anne's growing discomfort is palpable, her attempts to maintain politeness clashing with an instinctive protectiveness over her daughter. What makes this opening section so compelling is its nuanced portrayal of Julie's transformation. No longer the rebellious teen of previous episodes, she speaks with newfound poise and conviction, referring to her former self as the elemental person and her current state as the enlightened being. This language, drawn from the era's blend of pop psychology and spiritual awakening, underscores Julie's earnest search for purpose. The episode avoids painting her as merely naive or fanatical. Instead, it presents her sincerity as both admirable and disruptive. Anne's private conversation with her daughter later in the scene reveals the emotional core of the crisis. Julie explains her entry into the group, through a friend's invitation, describing how it made her life feel more meaningful. The mother-daughter exchange is handled with remarkable sensitivity, revealing Anne's fear of being sidelined in her daughter's life alongside her genuine desire to understand. The historical context of the 1970s enriches this narrative layer. With divorce rates rising and traditional family structures evolving, shows like One Day at a Time pioneered honest depictions of single-parent households. Religious fervor among youth often served as a response to parental divorce, economic uncertainty, and cultural upheaval. The script captures this through Anne's reflections on her own lapsed church attendance and the subtle jealousy she feels at Julie finding spiritual fulfillment independently. Ginny, the neighbor and confidant, provides a sounding board for Anne's concerns, their conversation blending humor references to Gideon Bibles in hotel rooms with deeper emotional resonance. This friendship dynamic adds warmth and prevents the episode from becoming overly somber. Scene by scene, the writing excels in balancing laughs with insight. The bumper stickers, the Bible quoting, and Schneider's improvised grace at breakfast all serve to heighten the domestic absurdity while illuminating character growth. Anne's vulnerability shines through her admission of embarrassment at her daughter's zeal, a feeling many parents of the era likely shared. The performances inferred strongly from the dialogue's natural flow. Would have relied on impeccable timing. Bonnie Franklin as Anne, conveying volumes through exasperated glances and hesitant smiles. Mackenzie Phillips as Julie, radiating earnest conviction that borders on otherworldly serenity. This initial act masterfully establishes the episode's central themes: the search for meaning in a changing world, the challenges of parenting teenagers amid cultural shifts, and the enduring power of familial love even when tested by ideological differences. Julie's sudden religious awakening is not presented as mere plot device but as a catalyst for exploring deeper questions about faith, autonomy, and connection. Anne's bewilderment is universal, reflecting the experiences of countless single mothers striving to maintain influence while granting space for growth. The gentle humor never undermines the emotional stakes, rather it humanizes them, inviting viewers to laugh even as they recognize the underlying tensions. As the episode unfolds from these opening beats, one cannot help but appreciate the craftsmanship that makes One Day at a Time a landmark series. The dialogue feels lived in, the characters multidimensional, and the social commentary woven seamlessly into the comedy. Part 1 of this review has only begun to scratch the surface of the rich tapestry presented in the script's early scenes, yet already the brilliance of its construction is evident. The crisis has been welcomed into the Romano home, setting the stage for the profound explorations to follow in subsequent developments of family dynamics, faith, and resilience.